Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the parts of a book or a magazine or anything you might be reading that gives us additional information on top of what the text does. The text is the writing that you see or the typing. That part is the text. That part is the part that we read. But there's also additional parts of what you're reading that can give you additional information to make the text become more alive and more informative. These parts that I'm talking about are perhaps pictures of maps like you would see here, or just a picture with a caption. When you see text that's directly above a picture, that might have an arrow pointing to the picture, or the text might be in a different color. That part of the text is telling you more about the picture and kind of illustrates more what the text itself is talking about. So we're going to be looking for these items in this story, The Coldest Place on Earth. So I'm going to go ahead and read the text, and then you and I together are going to find the parts of this article that will give us more information in addition to what I'm reading. So I'm going to start on paragraph 1. Brrr! Covered by a thick blanket of snow and ice that never melts, Antarctica is the iciest, windiest, and emptiest place on Earth. Its barren landscape has no trees and few plants. Some people visit, but none live there. Only a few tough animals can survive Antarctica's harsh winters. One of them is an amazing bird. Meet the emperor penguin. These barrel-shaped birds can't fly. They are too heavy and their wings are too short. They can't walk too well either. These penguins spend most of their lives in the freezing cold sea. A thick layer of blubber or fat and shiny feathers act like a heavy waterproof jacket. So I want you to look at the additional items on these 2 pages that give us more information. One of the things I want you to look at here is the map of the world. If you'll notice here, they have Antarctica in very colorful letters down here. This gives you more information about where Antarctica is that the text didn't tell you about. We know by looking at the map that Antarctica is at the South Pole. It is south of all the other countries. So this is where Antarctica is. And also, the text can't really describe too well what Antarctica looks like. So we look at the pictures to give us more information. I can see that it's very mountainous and cold. Now, the text did tell me it was cold, but when I look at the picture, I can really see how cold it is. And the caption telling us more about the picture says, Antarctica is the frozen land around the South Pole. Additionally, this picture shows us what it looks like when an emperor penguin hunts for fish to eat. The text can tell us that they hunt for fish, but it can't really show us what it looks like when penguins hunt for fish, can it? That's why they include a picture. Also, they include a giant picture of an emperor penguin to help us to visualize it better. The caption below the picture says that the penguins find fish to eat in the sea. And that photo, of course, is telling us what that looks like. So we're going to go to the next page. Ooh, I see a lot of additions here to this text that will tell us more about what the text is saying. We're going to start with paragraph 3. All the penguins waddle across the ice when it's time to lay eggs. Each mother lays one egg and then waddles back to the sea to eat. Who will keep those fragile eggs from breaking or freezing? The fathers wiggle the eggs onto their feet, right under their bellies. There the eggs stay safe and warm. So I know that the fathers wiggle the eggs onto their feet, but I don't really know what that looks like, do I? That's where the picture comes in handy. They added the picture to actually show us what it looks like when the father puts the egg on top of his feet. Isn't that cute? And then the caption tells us the father penguin balances the egg on his feet for 2 months. So that gives us even more information, not only about the picture, but also about the text up here. Now we know that he does that for 2 whole months. We're going to go to paragraph 4 now. The wind is freezing cold. All the fathers huddle together to keep each other warm. Then one day, tap, tap, crack, the eggs hatch. The mothers come back to feed and care for their chicks. Now it's the father's turn to eat. Soon the penguin families will return to the sea again. So if you take a look at this picture, this shows what it actually looks like when the fathers huddle together, as the text said. This helps us to really picture that in our minds. And the caption says that the fathers take turns standing on the inside of the huddle out of the wind. So the father penguins, when they group together, some will stay on the inside of the huddle, others will stay on the outside to block the wind, and then eventually they change places. So it's more fair and everyone gets a chance to get warm. This caption that told more about the picture actually told us more about what it looks like and what it's like when the fathers huddle together. Here we learned that they do that so that they can be protected from the wind. And take a look here at that cute little baby penguin. They put an additional picture on top of this picture because in this picture you can't really see the baby penguins, can you? But here is a close-up that the authors decided to insert on top of that picture to give us more information about what the babies look like. Well, good job finding those additions to the text, and we will talk more about that later.